rubbing her hands together. I hope that on this new island we find lots of people who need me to invent things for them, so I can create amazing machines to turn the island into a paradise where everyone is happy all the time and nobody suffers. Seth stared at her. He had large, wintry blue eyes, and sometimes it was like being stared at by a cat. I think mine wins, don't you? Said Ellie brightly, fetching a penknife from one of the countless pockets of her old stitched-together coat. She crawled on her elbows to one corner of the raft, where many vertical lines had been scored into the wood, some beneath a crudely inscribed letter E, others beneath the letter S. Taking the knife, Ellie scored a new groove under E. Why not hope the island is already a paradise, said Seth. What? Said Ellie, cheerfully blowing the hair away from her face. Why hope to find somewhere you can turn into a paradise? Why not hope for an island that already is a paradise? Ellie wrinkled her nose. But then, what use would I be? Seth studied her. Let's just focus on getting to the island, he said, glancing suspiciously over his shoulder. And fast. Seth, for the last time, no one is following us. I saw a sail, Ellie. A black sail. It must be the Inquisition. Why would the Inquisition be following us? They think I'm dead. Maybe they figured out that you faked your death. There was definitely a ship. I could sense it in the water. Just because there was a ship doesn't mean it was following us. Now come on, let's play another. Seth jerked to one side, his eyes fixed on the sea. What is it now? Said Ellie. Inquisitors chasing us on the backs of dolphins? No, it's that shoal of fish. What shoal of fish? The one I told you about earlier, Seth said excitedly. They've come back. I think they're drawn towards me. Ellie rolled her eyes. Yes, because you're so interesting. Why not try catching one? With what, my hands? Your powers, Seth. You should really be practicing every day so you don't forget how to use them. Seth looked at the sea like it was filled with writhing worms. I don't like using them, he said, pouting petulantly. Fine, stay hungry. He glared at her, then hunched forward over the water, closing his eyes and gripping the edge of the raft. His fingers tightened, nails digging into wood. Then, dark swirls appeared on the surface of his arms. He grimaced like he was in pain. Seth? Ellie said, inching towards him. Seth's eyes flashed open and he held out one hand above the waves. There was a splosh, and something small and glossy wriggled free from the ocean and straight into his outstretched fingers. That was amazing, said Ellie, clapping, then wincing as Seth whacked the fish hard against the mast. It stopped wriggling after that. He grabbed the penknife and quickly sliced off the fish's skin, then presented its flesh to Ellie. It glowed in the moonlight. I think I'll wait until we can build a fire, said Ellie, though her stomach whined. Seth tore into the fish, slurping it down. You're disgusting, Ellie said. Seth shrugged, and Ellie kept watching, then shuffled over to him. How did you do it then? Did you make the water spit up the fish? Or did you convince the fish to jump out? Not sure, said Seth, his mouth full. You really don't want any? He pulled a bone from his teeth and dangled the mutilated fish in front of her. Ellie inspected it suspiciously. Uncooked fish can make you sick. Not eating can make you dead. Ellie took the fish. Its head was hanging at an angle, held on by a sliver of spine. She sniffed, then took a bite. It tasted salty and sweet at the same time, the flesh melting on her tongue. Seth smiled, and his eyelids drooped. He got tired whenever he used his powers over the sea. A few times during their journey, he'd needed to calm the wild sea or propel the raft along where there'd been no breeze. He'd collapsed afterwards every time, his skin cold as morning frost. Shall we play one more round? Ellie said brightly. She knew it was selfish, but she didn't want Seth to fall asleep and leave her alone. When she slept, she dreamed she was being chased along twisting alleyways. When she was alone, she thought she could hear a voice on the wind. Please? Seth looked at her through half-shut eyes. Okay, he sighed. I hope that on this new island, you can find someone else to play this pointless game with. Seth! Ellie battered his arm. Be serious. Seth tried and failed to suppress a sleepy smile. Sorry. I hope that on this island I can learn how to fish properly without using my... He looked at the fading blue swirls on his skin.